Hey, I'm Joe with RevZilla, and today we're going to take a look at Givi Saddlebags, available at RevZilla.com. Givi was initially established in 1978 in northern Italy. Givi USA got started in 1996 in Charlotte, North Carolina. They produce a huge selection of crash protection, windshields, and luggage for a wide variety of motorcycles. Unlike the hard cases I touched on in my other video, the saddlebags we're going to talk about today are semi-rigid bags. These are great for naked sport bikes, modern classics, and anyone that prefers the look and functionality of textile bags over the hard plastic and aluminum of hard cases. Prices are going to range between $60 to $630 for some of the bags. Some options are sold individually while others are sold as a pair. But if you do happen to find any of these for less elsewhere, RevZilla offers a price match policy to be sure you get the best price possible. There are three main rack systems within Givi's saddlebag line: the Metro T multi-lock racks, the Easy Lock saddlebag supports, and the Sport T multi-lock supports. So most of the hard luggage within Givi's lineup is compatible with a single specific support rack. But with the saddlebags, there is a lot more crossover and universal fits. So it can be tough to wrap your head around what bags can and can't work with each of these three support racks. In fact, a couple of the bags I'm going to show you don't even work with any of them. They only work with a couple of the hard case racks. The easiest way to find out what will work for your machine is to use the bike finder on RevZilla.com to quickly determine the options available for your bike. This will instantly narrow down your search to the bags available for that specific setup. That said, I'm going to give you some of the details on the various saddlebag options available. So let's get started. First up are the MT501 Metro T multi-lock saddlebags, which you can see here on our BMW. This is an awesome setup for daily commuting since it's easy to pop off the rack and carry with the included shoulder strap. These bags will only mount to the Metro T multi-lock racks, and they lock to them with an included key. They feature a flip-top lid with a zippered internal enclosure and an adjustable strap and buckle on top, allowing for some expansion while keeping the contents nice and secure. We opted for the MT501S, which is the singular bag here, since we didn't want a bag on the other side interfering with the exhaust. But you can buy them as a pair if that's not an issue for you. Next up are the Givi Corium CRM saddlebags. They're sold individually and they're universal fit, which means they'll work with any of the three main saddlebag supports I mentioned earlier. Givi does recommend picking up the CRM 105 saddle strap, which is sold separately, to distribute the weight evenly across the seat. But I mounted these to the same R9T without the strap, since the rack does sit rearward of the seat a bit and it does work just fine. The Corium CRM 106 bag holds 13 liters and the CRM 102 bag holds 16 liters. They're both made of high tenacity 1200D water-resistant polyester and faux leather, which is polyurethane. And they feature a unique style that suits modern classic and vintage bikes. And lastly, the roll top closure and IPX5 spec waterproof liners will keep your contents nice and dry. Next on the list are the ST604 and ST609 saddlebags. The 604 holds 22 liters and only mounts to the Sport T multi-lock supports, and the 609 holds 25 liters and only mounts to the Easy Lock saddlebag supports. But other than those couple major differences, they're pretty much the same exact bag. Each are lightweight, thermoformed bags made of tough 1200D poly that hold their shape nicely and lock onto the racks with included keys. The interior has zippered pockets for quick access to small items and elastic straps to keep those larger items in place. And they include waterproof rain covers for wet weather riding. Moving on, I want to talk about a couple of the Easy T saddlebags, the EA101B and the E100B. These Easy T saddlebags will work with any of the three main saddlebag supports I mentioned earlier. Just lay the two large hook and loop straps under the rear seat on most bikes to help hold them in place, then use the included bungees to secure the saddlebags to those supports. You may need to get a little creative with mounting depending on your bike, but I found them to be plenty secure on our street triple. Both feature an expansion zipper around the perimeter, allowing the 101B to hold up to 30 liters and the 100B to hold up to 40 liters. They're both made of 600D poly and feature a large zippered top opening for easy loading. Reflective panels on the rear are a thoughtful touch, and rain covers are included. Up next, we have the GRT 718 Gravel T waterproof 15-liter saddlebags. These are sold in pairs and feature multiple straps to mount to a variety of bikes. They are a great option if you plan on doing a weekend off-road trip or you plan on using your dual sport for daily commuting during the week. If you have a dual sport like our 450L, the plastics on the sides actually support the bag nicely. Just make sure you're keeping the bags away from your exhaust. If you want to mount to a different type of bike, like an adventure bike, I do recommend picking up one of the saddlebag supports we mentioned earlier to ensure the bags don't swing into the rear wheel or the chain. The GRT 718 is made of double TPU-coated 840D nylon with a roll top closure to meet that IPX5 waterproof rating. Now, the last couple bags I want to touch on today don't work with any of the 3 saddlebag racks I mentioned earlier because the last couple bags are geared towards more rugged use, so they do need a little extra support. Therefore, they're made to work with Givi's line of hard case racks. The first is another Gravel T option. It's called the GRT 709 UniFit 35-liter saddlebag. This comes with a unique mounting plate allowing it to easily attach and lock on to most Givi hard case racks. That extra support means you could use the MOLLE webbing for lashing down additional gear to the exterior. Made of 1200 WR polyester, the GRT 709 features a roll-top main closure with IP65 rated waterproof inner bags to keep your things nice and dry. Also, the inner bags are high-vis to make sure that you can see all the contents inside nice and clearly. A generous side pocket with its own roll-top closure can stash a small tent, fuel bottles, or water bottles. And added reflectivity is always a nice touch. And last on the list today is the Givi UT808 Ultima T waterproof 25-liter side bags. These are also designed to work with most Givi hard luggage racks by way of 4 simple straps and cam buckles on the reinforced back panels. If you're looking for a smaller, lightweight, waterproof set of saddlebags as an alternative to your full-size hard cases, these are an awesome option. I personally would use these for daily commuting or adventure bike trips that I might not be bringing my camping stuff on. The UT808's main construction is high tenacity polyester with semi-rigid supports inside to help them keep their shape. And a roll-top closure with waterproof liners helps keep things nice and dry inside. So that's going to do it. I was able to install all the different saddlebag supports on our various bikes within about an hour each, and no special tools were needed. In some cases, you do need to relocate your turn signals, especially if your bike uses a fender eliminator or a tail tidy. In those cases, Givi's going to include a turn signal relocation bracket. Once the racks are in place, getting the bags off and on is really a piece of cake. For the universal fit options, it's only about 10 minutes or so. And for the rack-specific bags that just snap on, it's just a few seconds per bag. So overall, I was really impressed with the wide range of styles and functionality that Givi offers in their saddlebag lineup. But if you'd like to see what other riders have to say, click the info button on your desktop or mobile device. And as always, if you have any questions about Givi or anything else you see on our website, give our Gear Geeks a shout at 877-792-9455 or shoot an email to cs@RevZilla.com. Thanks for watching our video today about Givi saddlebags. I'm Joe, and I'll see you next time.